You're 78. You feel fine. You eat okay. You even walk every day. But lately, something's shifted. You're sleeping more, talking less. You feel a little faded. Not sick, not broken. Just like life is slowly pulling away. And you're not sure why. Here's the truth most people won't say. Most people don't die from disease. They die from slowing down. Inside, from quiet changes that nobody talks about until it's too late. But today, we will talk about them. Welcome to Speech Balloon Longevity Talks Herb. In this video, we're going to uncover 5 unexpected reasons why many people quietly decline after 70. What really keeps people from living strong, sharp, and connected past 80. Small emotional and physical habits that slowly shorten life without warning. And what you can do, starting today, to stay awake, alive, and here. Because this isn't just about adding years. It's about feeling like you're still living the ones you have. If you're over 60, or love someone who is, this video could change everything. You stop moving the way you used to, and it sends a signal. It doesn't happen overnight. But one day, you realize you no longer bend down to tie your shoes. You reach for the grab bar. You stop walking to the store. You wait for someone else to go. And your body? It notices. What most people don't realize is this. Your body is always listening. And when it stops hearing movement, it starts preparing for decline. Speech Balloon Real Comment says, I thought I was being safe by doing less. Turns out my muscles heard it as time to shut down. Speech Balloon Story, Frank's Chair. Frank, 74, used to be sharp. He worked with tools, fixed small engines, always on his feet. But after a hip injury, he started sitting more. Then came the walker. Then the naps. Then the confusion. His daughter said, he aged 10 years and 6 months. Doctors said his vitals were fine, but the real issue? His brain and body weren't being used. And like any unused system, they started fading. Test tube. Why this happens. Movement after 60 isn't just about fitness. It's about signaling life. When you move, you stimulate. Blood flow to the brain. Lymphatic drainage, clearing toxins. Joint lubrication. Neuroplasticity, the brain's ability to stay sharp. Emotion regulation via hormonal balance. When you stop, slowly, day by day, the body shifts into a lower gear. And sometimes it doesn't come back up. Wrench what you can do. Take micro movements seriously. Standing while brushing teeth, stretching arms before bed. If walking hurts, try chair yoga or seated resistance bands. Use movement anchors. Place water, remotes, or books far from your usual seat. Every 60 minutes. Stand, stretch, sway, breathe. You don't need to jog. You just need to remind your body you're still using it. Compass the deeper truth. You're not fragile, you're adaptive. And every time you move, even just a little, your body says, we're not done yet. You let the silence get too loud, and it changes your brain. At first, it's peaceful. The quiet, the slower mornings, no ringing phones, no interruptions. But then, you realize no one's called in 3 days. You don't remember the last time someone asked how you were and waited for the answer. And the silence? It's no longer peaceful. It's heavy. Speech Balloon Real Comment says, the house got so quiet, I started leaving the TV on all day. Not for entertainment, just to hear something that wasn't my own thoughts. Speech Balloon Story, Carol's Clock. Carol, 79, used to love conversation. She led meetings, made dinner parties, laughed loudly, but after moving closer to her kids, who were busy, and losing her sister, who called daily. Carol fell into a quiet she never expected. She didn't feel sad, just still. Then her memory started slipping. Names blurred. Tasks forgotten. She wasn't losing her mind. She was understimulated. And the brain? It shrinks in silence. Test tube. Why this happens. Social interaction, even tiny ones, stimulates the brain. It activates the prefrontal cortex, decision-making, planning, increases oxytocin, emotional bonding, decreases cortisol, stress, maintains verbal fluency, builds emotional resilience. But prolonged quiet, especially isolated silence, can lead to cognitive decline, depression, increased risk of dementia, sleep disruption, increased inflammation. It's not about being alone, it's about being unseen. Wrench what you can do. Start each day with a voice. Call someone, even for 2 minutes. Join a senior group, club, or class, in person or virtual. Visit familiar places weekly. Pharmacy, cafe, park bench. Say hello to strangers. Smile. Ask a question. Be seen. Speak out loud when alone. Read a recipe, a prayer, your name. Silence is only dangerous when it's empty. Fill it with small sounds of life. Compass the deeper truth. Your brain doesn't just need oxygen. It needs connection. And when it hears nothing, feels nothing, engages with no one, it starts to whisper, maybe we're done here. But you're not. Randatska. So speak. Reach. Let someone see you. You let go of purpose, and the body follows. There's a quiet shift that happens after retirement, after children leave, after loss. You stop being asked for things. No more urgent to-do lists. No one knocking on the door. And while that sounds peaceful, it's also dangerous. Because when the brain no longer feels needed, it starts slowing the body down too. Not because you're sick, but because your body thinks your mission is complete. Speech Balloon Real comment says, once my wife passed and my kids stopped calling, I stopped setting an alarm. Then I stopped getting dressed before noon. Then I stopped getting out. Speech balloon story. Larry and the lawn chair. Larry, 81, used to fix things. He built birdhouses, painted fences, mowed the lawn. But once his arthritis got worse and his tools were boxed up, he moved to a recliner, and then stayed there. His daughter noticed he spoke slower, slept more, lost weight. She asked, "Dad, what do you need?" He said, "A reason to get out of this chair." Test tube why this happens. The body responds to purpose like it does to medicine. Purpose activates the dopaminergic system, motivation, reduces systemic inflammation, improves immune response, delays biological aging markers, encourages regular movement, better sleep, sharper cognition. Without purpose, even healthy seniors show decline in gait speed, higher risk of stroke and heart disease, faster cognitive decline, loss of will to participate in daily life. It's not about work. It's about why you get out of bed. Wrench what you can do. Define a reason to move. Water the plants. Call a friend. Write your story. Mentor someone, even if it's just listening to a younger neighbor. Start a small daily mission routine. One act of care for someone or something. Remind yourself. Purpose doesn't have to be big. It just has to be yours. Compass the deeper truth. You're not done. You're just waiting to remember why you matter. Because the moment you feel needed, your body starts preparing to stay. Pause for a moment. Has any of this felt familiar? Have you ever gone days without feeling seen, useful, or in motion? Type #2" in the comments if the silence got too loud. #3" if you've lost your sense of purpose and want it back. Or just say, still here, and we'll see you. You're not invisible, not here. You stop touching others, and the body thinks it's alone. It starts subtly. You stop hugging as much. You live alone. Friends pass. Family is far. You begin to shrink into your own skin. And without even noticing, your body begins to believe, I'm alone. Not emotionally, physically. And that belief can change everything. Speech Balloon Real Comment says, after my husband died, I didn't realize I'd gone 3 weeks without touching another person. Speech Balloon Story, Nancy's Wake Up. Nancy, 77, had always been affectionate. She kissed friends on the cheek, hugged her grandkids, held hands in the car. But after her divorce and moving into a quiet apartment, the contact stopped. She didn't miss it at first. Until one day, while watching a movie, a couple held hands, and she burst into tears. Not because she was sad, because her body missed being acknowledged. Test tube. Why this happens. Touch is more than comfort. It's biological confirmation that we exist. It triggers oxytocin release, reducing anxiety and lowering blood pressure. Improves immune function, reduces risk of depression and chronic pain. Stabilizes nervous system activity, maintains emotional regulation and human connection. Lack of touch is linked to sleep problems, memory decline, elevated cortisol, loss of sense of self. Your skin isn't just a barrier. It's a sensor for love. Wrench what you can do. Gently touch your own arms, face, legs with presence. Daily. Ask for hugs when possible. Don't wait for someone else. Join community activities that involve safe physical presence. Dance, yoga, art groups, pet animals, brush your hair, hold warm mugs, stimulate tactile memory. Don't say, I don't need it. Say, I still deserve it. Touch is not about romance. It's about reminding your body, you're still here. Compass the deeper truth. The opposite of loneliness is not company, it's contact. Let someone hold your hand, even for a second. Or place your palm over your heart and say, I still belong to the living. You stop choosing life without even realizing it. It doesn't happen with a single decision. No one wakes up and says, today, I'll give up. It's gradual. You stop trying new things. You stop buying fresh fruit. You stop asking questions. You stop reaching out. You start surviving, not living. And the body, it listens. Not to what you say, but to what you stop doing. Speech Balloon Real Comment says, I didn't realize how much I had given up until I heard someone laugh and didn't feel the impulse to join. Speech Balloon Story, Paul's Spark. Paul, 82, had a full life. Children, a career, a wife he adored, but after her death and a few minor health scares, he withdrew. No more music, no more walks, just routines and reruns. Until one day, his neighbor asked for help fixing a bicycle. Paul said yes, almost instinctively. The act of helping, the sound of tools, the joy of usefulness. It woke something up. That week, he shaved, cooked a new meal, called a cousin. He said, I didn't know I missed myself. But I did. Test tube, why this happens. The body and brain are wired to respond to engagement. When we choose curiosity, participation, wonder, we stay alive. Choosing life activates neurotransmitters that improve mood and immunity, cognitive processes that maintain mental agility, hormonal rhythms that stabilize energy and appetite, hope pathways in the brain that literally fight off decline. But when we drift into passivity, apathy, and repetition, Everything slows, including the will to keep going. Wrench what you can do. Start one new small thing this week. A book, a walk, a call. Say yes to an invitation, even if you feel unsure. Create a still alive list. 3 things that remind you of who you are. Listen to music that stirs something. Say out loud each morning, I'm still choosing life. Today. It doesn't have to be loud. It just has to be yours. Let's remember what quietly shortens life after 70. You stop moving, and the body thinks it's time to rest. You let the silence grow, and the brain loses stimulation. You lose purpose, and the system begins to shut down. You go without touch, and the body forgets connection. And finally, you stop choosing life. Without even noticing. But here's the good news. You can start again. Right now. You don't need to be stronger, richer, or younger. You just need to whisper, I want to feel something again. And then do one small thing in that direction. You are not behind. You are not invisible. You are not done. Speech Balloon. Subscribe to Speech Balloon Longevity Talks Herb for more truth, warmth, and strength for life after 60. Leave a comment. #3 inches if purpose has been hard to hold on to. #5 inches if this video made you want to try again. Still choosing if you're walking with us. You are still here, and we see you.